how to avoid phone snatchings. I'm going to share a few tips and hints that will help you avoid this problem. The first thing is really to be aware that this is a problem and how it happens. So talk to your children and teenagers, make sure they know that phone snatching is a thing. In London alone, every month there's 10,000 phones snatched, and it's not just cities, it's happening everywhere because it's an easy crime to commit. So make sure you know about it, make sure you know how it happens. Quite often it happens with people on bikes or a scooter. Might get two people on a scooter, one's driving it, one's looking out for victims, and they see someone, they mount the curb at the last minute, snatch the phone, and then they're gone before you know it. Similar with bikes, it can also happen just with someone taking the phone, like someone either threatening you and taking the phone, or someone taking the phone out of your pocket or your bag without you realising. So if you can know how it happens, you can be more aware of it. Second thing is to switch on to your environment. So really paying attention to what's going on around you. Not being kind of daydreaming about things, thinking about work, what you're going to make for tea. It's like looking around, seeing what's going on, noticing little things, noticing people. That's going to really help you. Then the main thing really, and there's no rocket science behind this, it's like you've got to put your phone away. And I know we've all become accustomed to just filling every spare minute and second with checking our phones. But if you want to avoid your phone being snatched, the best way to do it is to put it away. And there's no kind of workarounds with this. It's like just put the phone away and make sure it's zipped in a coat pocket, or it's zipped in a bag, so not in an open back pocket or a wide coat pocket, because then people can very easily take those. So if you've got your phone away, you're going to be a much harder target than someone who's walking along with the phone. And the other point of that is, if your phone's away, you're not focusing on your phone, so you're going to be more switched on to what's going on around you. Then we often get asked about, oh, well, I want to have my phone out, so what about these wrist straps you can get that kind of go around your wrist and attach the phone, or you can get them around your neck. And we really say avoid those, don't bother, because you could be actually creating a worse problem for yourself. Because if the person who wants to snatch your phone doesn't realise you've got one of these on and they get the phone, you could find yourself being dragged along. You could find yourself in a physical altercation with someone. You could get a wrist injury, a neck injury. So you've just got to kind of accept that the phone needs to go away. And you're probably saying, well, I need to check my messages, or I'm lost, or I'm following Google Maps, or whatever it is. Well, if you do need to check your phone, you need to what I do is I find a safe place to stop. So I'll find, for example, a shop window or a building wall where I can have my back against the wall. I can just look both ways quickly, see if there's anything that's like a red flag, and then I can get my phone out, check it, see the next bit of directions that I need to know, and then put it away. That's the best thing to do, rather than walking along doing it. Because if you stopped and you've got your back against a wall, you've got a little bit of protection there, and you've already just done a quick check to make sure that for the next 30 seconds or whatever it is, you think you're going to be okay. The other thing to be aware of is don't put your phone on the table in a restaurant or bar. And this is where a lot of phones are lost, because we're waiting for our friends, we're expecting a message. Everyone automatically puts the phones on the table or the bar, and then you have a couple of drinks, and before you know it, you look for your phone and it's gone, because that's so easy for someone just to walk past in a busy bar and take your phone. So that's important. If you're in a situation where your phone is snatched, don't get into a tug of war, or don't start chasing the person down, or don't think, right, I'm going to fight this person now to get my phone back. It's not worth it. And we always say that your belongings can be replaced, but you can't. So as much as it might hurt your ego to have your phone taken, or it might be a massive inconvenience to have your phone taken, it's going to be an even bigger inconvenience if you get stabbed, or you get into a fight where you get damaged, like say your eye gets damaged, or your hearing, or any kind of long-lasting thing that happens to you, it then impacts on you, your family, your health, your work, everyone around you. It's huge. So in those situations, you just got to let it go. Unfortunately, there's a time and a place where you need to defend yourself, and we're all for that. But that would be if someone is trying to physically hurt you, or they're trying to, let's say they're trying to get you in a car or down an alley or something. Then's the time to use your self-defense and all the things you learn from us. But it's not when someone's trying to take your phone. So that's why we focus so much on avoiding being that target in the first place, so you don't get into a situation where you're angry and you want to fight someone for your phone and then you get injured. So you're going to have to let it go. There's a few things you can do now which will just help if your phone ever was snatched. So write down your phone's IMEI number. You'll find that in your phone settings. Write down the serial number and make of your phone, so that if you do have to report that to insurance, police, you've got all them details ready. Just make sure you've got your Find Your Phone feature switched on. That can help as well. And also turn off your message previews. And this is something I only learned about recently, but you can, if someone got your phone and then they're trying to access your information and they're resetting things, and your code pops up, and you see a little code, don't you, for to reset something. So you can, in the previews, you don't even have to be switched into the phone. So what you can do is you can turn off message previews, so that when the message pops up, you can't see it unless you actually have got access into the phone. So there's a few little things you can do there. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you will just take a minute to think about it, maybe tell your children, loved ones about these things, and particularly children. I'm always on at my daughter to put her phone away. I think the message is finally getting through, but I don't think it actually gets through sometimes until they see the reality of what happens and what can happen. So yeah, share the video. We provide self-defense training. We provide street safety training, how to de-escalate violent situations. You can take a look at what we do on streetwisedefence.com or follow us for more tips and advice. Thanks.